So
Right.
now let me come in with this question. Does the school matter? The school that you are coming to, does it matter? Because as you know, Paul, there are a lot of schools in America, thousands and thousands of schools, from community colleges to bachelor's degree colleges or whatever, and Ivy League schools and all that. Does the school that a person chooses to attend matters during the visa interview?
That's a very good question, and I'm going to answer it in two ways because sometimes it plays out in two different ways, right? The first answer is no, it doesn't matter. Now, it doesn't matter in the sense that sometimes some people think that those who get visas are people going to Yale, like you and I, and people going to Harvard, or people going to like all these top schools. And that the response to that is you don't have to be going to Yale or Harvard to qualify for a visa. So in that case, it is no. As long as you're going to a decent school that is accredited, that is okay, you qualify. Now, the second answer is yes, it does matter because you, depending on your interest and your goals and what you really want to do, it's not every school in this big pool of schools that will fit your interest. So let's say you are interested in digital marketing, like, we already started using that. So I'm going to stick to that. And then you choose a school that doesn't have that, or they only have one professor who is doing something that nobody knows about and that kind of thing. It rather sends a signal to the consulate that why is this person who really wants to do digital marketing going to a school that doesn't have the expertise for it? In other words, it would matter if your interest doesn't really fit the program in the school that you are going to. It will rather send a signal to the embassy saying that you just want to leave your country and go into whatever program that you're interested in. And I'm sure there are several other examples towards that, but that's the point where it will matter where you are going. So make sure that with the school that you're choosing and the program that you're applying to, it is decent enough to sort of align with what your goals and your interests are, to the extent that it would also speak about your own interest and your ambition and your goals after the program.
Okay, so Paul, let me also come in. I think I have seen, through our coaching and interactions with some students going for visas, I have realized that sometimes, as you said, the school you choose matters, sometimes it does not. There are some people, or sometimes when you go to the interview room and you prove to the consular that the school required a lot of things. For example, before you get admitted into a program like Harvard, Yale, and Boston, and all those things, it's very competitive. It's highly competitive. Right. Most of the times you require GRE, you require TOEFL, you require good statement of purpose. So consulars sometimes believe that if you are able to go through that process to get admission, it means that you are unique. It means that you really want to come and study. And
you've worked hard.
You've worked hard. Good. You've worked hard. So in that sense, it makes visa application or visa approval easy because the students have already proven that he's coming to study. As we said in the other videos, the purpose of the visa interview is to establish whether you are coming to study. Indeed, truly, you are coming to study, whether you have the funding and you will return back. These are the three laws. So the type of school you choose can signal to the consular that this person is just looking for an opportunity. For example, a lot of people get visa approval for community colleges. Many people also do not, because sometimes the requirement to apply into a community college is not rigorous. It's not too hard to do. Sometimes some people go to the embassy and they said, they are like, I'm come to study a 1 year or a 6 month English program before I will use it to apply for another master's or bachelor's or associate degree. No one is saying that you cannot get a visa with this, but it makes it difficult because you don't have to go through a lot of application process, a lot of hard work to get into an English program in America to be approved. So in that case, the consular will think like, oh, this person, he just want to find an opportunity to come
to get into the country.
Yes, to get into the country. So he's using whatever. And I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube where people are directing students or potential students on some schools they can apply to, schools that accept low GPA, schools that do not require
no GRE,
no TOEFL, no recommendation or references, no CVs. All these are good. There are some people who go through that process, they will be able to defend themselves and get their visas. But sometimes, if you want to come to the US solely to study, then you must do your homework well. You must make sure that the school you are applying to is competitive enough. The school will even build your profile, because at the end of the day, assuming you graduate and you are looking for a job in America, the type of school you go to also matters. It is very, very important. So I think, as you said, the type of school or the kind of school you are coming to matters, or it does not matter based on your unique situation.
Right. So the at the end of the day, what we are saying is that there are like a multiple factors, and you ought to really think through all of the factors to be able to make a very good decision. But essentially, what we are saying is that if you are going to choose a school that is sort of competitive enough. Choose a school that will speak more about your genuine interest in studying, and not just like you looking for a pathway to come and live in the US or Canada, right? Choose a school that speaks more about your profile and sort of fits your profile. Because if we review your GPA and you have a decent GPA, but you're applying to a very low rank school, then it doesn't speak of your interest to study, but it rather speaks more of you just wanting to come into the US. So I hope that people would like get some ideas and some wisdom from what we are just sharing, because it's very important.